Like when they tell Shitty like, "What have you been? Why are you here?" Shitty's like, "Oh well, I knew the way almond affected the the environment, and I still drank almond milk." Which I didn't know that. I didn't know that it affected the environment. So we got Michael telling Eleanor, "You're special. You're the one with the most point here." So then what she does, and this is super cool, is we got a best person speech, right? Which makes her kind of the star of the party. Why is it important? Because the goal is for people to get her drunk, right? So the best person party, again, there's two plus. On the surface is giving Eleanor importance. The second is, okay, well, Eleanor should get a lot of attention. Eleanor's going to be receiving a lot of offers for drinks, and there's a reason why people are nice to her. And the reason people are nice to her is because she has a statue, which is the best person here, you know? So to me, this was kind of important. I feel like I've watched more than 2 episodes of the second season, though. I feel like I've watched more than that. Oh, we are at episode 2. We got 3 episodes to do. No. I don't freaking know. We gotta check out something. Give me a sec. I actually don't remember this. Okay, so I know I didn't watch it because there's no... Are the episodes longer? No? Maybe I was just tired and it felt like more. Okay, that's weird. That is weird. That is weird. I don't know. Good, okay, perfect. So yeah, so Eleanor is receiving a bunch of drinks, which is cool, and we get the party, and people are worried because she's not drinking. And then this is nice. Why? Because of the paper that she left in the mountain chat, which nobody knows about. Her mission now is to find Shitty. If she's able to find Shitty, she cannot get drunk. She has to find Shitty, right? So now we're seeing that. Now I want to say the first episode is a bit lacking. Why? Because you reuse a lot of the same scene. You reuse, and this is kind of stupid. So there's Angelique, right, who comes in, and she says something is harder than it should be. Shitty. Why is that important? Because and this is at the same time, this is so annoying, so boring, but this is so brilliant. So this event is the most important. So because she called him Shitty, it means Eleanor finds Shitty. You see the dream that she has? This is insane because on the other side of those drinks, and I forgot a piece of content that's important. I'm going to go back to it after. She gave those drinks to Tahani. Tahani is on the other side of the camera. She's right here. She's right here. Because she's young, she'll make a speech, which is not good because it's not Eleanor, but it's still a drunken speech. Now, here's the cool thing. Jason ended up giving Eleanor a little bit of a prize. What is that prize? He gives her a gear. Now, the gear itself, Eleanor said, "Oh, this is some kind of magic. This is a monk that gave it to me." But it's not a magic. It's a piece of a bicycle. However, it is super important. You know why? Because Jason did something bad, and the proof of this bad action is the gear. So this is the proof that Jason and Eleanor don't belong there, which means that she's not alone, which means that there's something going on in this place. There's a mistake being made. But this is super cool. However, the same scene of she don't make this harder than it has to be is presented 3 times. We got Michael with She, and this is super cool because She version really changes. She version is, okay, well, Eleanor cannot be your soulmate. Why? Because, and this is kind of interesting because, again, it's not especially said. You have to really pay attention to The Good Place. You really have to read into it to see the true beauty of the show. Example. She, right, doesn't belong with Eleanor. If he gets with Eleanor, it'll be transforming her into a good person. So we have to avoid that. So how do we avoid that? We put Chidi and Eleanor with a good person. Now Eleanor will torture herself feeling that she's not in a good place, right? Because even though her memories are erased, she's still like, oh, I don't belong here. There's a mistake here. Shitty will be giving two partners, and then this is amazing because when you realize that it's meant to torture him, you realize what they're trying to do. So the first person that Shitty meets is super in tune with him. They like the same stuff. They have such in common, right? So there's four people. There's him, Pedro. There's Dominique, and I don't remember the last one name. I'm sorry. So they all had a exact similar score. So they all score same, and they're all could be a my apologies, a soulmate. So then Chini falls in love with Dominique because he believes that she's her soulmate. But then Michael says, wait, there's a mistake. There's an action that we didn't account for. And because of that, Pedro, you belong with Dominique, with Angelique, I don't know her name either. And then Chini, the whole thing is like, I don't belong with you, I belong with her. This is the torture for Shitty. We had 20% batteries. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Okay, no problem. No problem at all. So yeah, so we have the meaning. And this is super cool because the girl in the background is real Eleanor. So real Eleanor is gonna be super important to the plot. So real Eleanor is an actress. She took the job for Michael because she wanted to act. So then she's a normal piece of thing. And you can see that she's pissed off because she's like, this isn't a role. I practiced a role. I had such a good role. No, I have a shitty role. What's going on? So she's the one who's gonna sabotage Michael later on, which is kind of important. We have Shitty here. And this is super cool because Denise comes in, right? Denise comes in and she's not supposed to be there. So what she's doing is she's changing the script. And because she's changing the script, this is the first chance. However, Angelique comes here and she talks to Shitty and say, hey, how you feeling? I feel like I belong with you. You feel like you belong with me too. Which is cool. However, here's the problem. There's a major problem, by the way. A major problem. Shitty says yes. She couldn't take a decision in season 1, but now season 2, episode 1, he takes a decision. What the fuck? So then, Eleanor comes in, and this is super cool because this is completely different, and this is a very cool plot point. Eleanor says, "Hey, you're supposed to help me." She gives the note, and then Shitty tells her, "Hey, I'm enough to help you, but I'm dealing with my own shit. I can't help you right now," which is cool because Shitty was morally just said no to helping somebody else. It was kind of bad. Tahani meets her boyfriend, and her boyfriend is not what she expects. Her husband is small, she's tall, he is very modest, she is very expensive. They don't belong together. So Tahani is like, you know what? I'll try your lifestyle. So she dressed up like as shit, and people don't respect her. See, this is kind of cool because torturing Shitty was to give him true relationship. Torturing Gianni was to give him a twin, somebody that would really follow him and make sure that he doesn't fuck up constantly. The torture for Tahani is having a boyfriend that will push her to be like a super modest. So this is kind of bad because Tahani doesn't really happen, you know. And in the first season, she was the main star, in a good place. She was the one that everybody loved. Blah 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 blah. Now nobody knows her, so she has a hard time dealing with that, which pushes her to drink a lot. Because to drink a lot, she'll make this speech, which is super cool. You got Janu who says, hey, we have a problem with you. We found somebody that's your soulmate, but it's not even your soulmate.